You can now feed an AI dozens of reference clips and get a full 30-second video with sound in one shot. This is Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 121. ByteDance released Seedance 2.5, an AI system that accepts dozens of reference images, videos, and audio files and produces a single finished 30-second video clip that already contains matching sound. The model generates both the moving images and the audio track in one pass rather than forcing users to add sound in a second program. Think of it like giving a friend a pile of vacation photos, short phone clips, and voice notes, and asking them to create one complete short film while also composing and recording the background music at the same time. Because the system works with up to 30 seconds of output, it is 3 times longer than the clips currently produced by Google's Gemini OmniFlash. Users can supply dozens of separate reference files, letting the model draw visual style, motion, and audio cues from many different sources at once. For advertising teams, this removes the old workflow of stitching together many short clips manually. A student making a field trip summary could upload photos from the day, add a voice note, and receive a polished 30-second explanation video without learning video editing software. A hobby creator testing TikTok ideas could generate several versions in the time it used to take to finish one. The change lowers the barrier between having an idea and sharing a finished piece of content. If you enjoy making short videos for class presentations or personal projects, tools like this let you experiment more often without spending hours on post-production. You can test similar reference-based video generation today inside the free Gemini app by uploading 2 or 3 photos and typing a short prompt such as "make a 10-second clip of this scene with calm background music." Start with simple references and watch how the model combines your inputs into one short scene with sound. Before we go deeper on how these systems actually reason, here is a quick look at the biggest threads from the past week. We saw AI start making truly original playable game demos instead of copying the same old ones, which opened new doors for student game projects. Image tools gained power when users learned specific art style names, almost like adding the right filter on a photo app. Voice models learned to laugh, sigh, and cry on command. And other updates showed turning any real place into your own scene or building an entire relaxing city with AI alone. Those threads show how quickly the same companies keep pushing different corners of the same technology forward. You know how in math class the teacher used to make you write out every single step of a long problem even though you already knew the answer. Back in summer 2024, people used the same trick with AI by typing the words "think step by step" so the model would break a question into smaller pieces and check its own work along the way. That extra sentence often improved the final answer because the model was still learning how to keep track of multiple steps at once. Newer models have now been trained on so many examples that they already perform those intermediate checks inside their own processing. When researchers tested the same think step-by-step instruction on today's models, it no longer produced better results because the models were already doing the step-by-step work automatically. The shift happened because the training data grew large enough for the models to absorb multi-step reasoning as a built-in habit rather than something that needed an external reminder. What used to be an extra prompt has become part of how the model thinks by default. So when you hear that chain of thought prompting no longer helps, it simply means the model has practiced enough problems that the old reminder is no longer necessary. Imagine a basketball player who once needed a coach yelling "dribble, then shoot," but after thousands of games now does the whole sequence without thinking. That is the kind of built-in habit newer models have developed through their training. The result feels less like following instructions and more like watching someone who already knows the sport play the game. Make an old-school meme that looks like it came from 2012. The AI meme generator prompt shared on Reddit's r/ChatGPT community lets you create a funny, slightly blurry meme that feels like something you would have scrolled past on Facebook years ago. It uses a regular candid photo style with JPEG compression and bold text instead of clean modern graphics. This is useful if you want to understand how detailed prompts control image quality and tone, Or if you just like sharing quick jokes with friends, go to reddit.com/r/chatgpt. Search for the post titled AI Meme Generator. Copy the full prompt and paste it into any free chatbot such as ChatGPT or Claude. Then replace the example topic with something specific like when the cafeteria runs out of pizza on pizza day, and generate the image to see how the AI keeps the awkward, low-resolution look. One place to chat with many different AIs at once. A new dashboard service gives access to more than 20 AI models, including ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini inside a single interface for a flat monthly fee of $79. You can switch between models instantly and compare how each one answers the same question without opening multiple tabs or apps. This is helpful when you want to see different writing styles or pick the answer that feels clearest for a homework question. Once you have access, type the same simple question into two different models side by side and notice how their sentence structure and level of detail change. Think of it like having a row of different tutors in one room and being able to ask each the exact same question without walking between classrooms. A Munich court ruled that the AI music tool Suno violated copyright by both storing 6 specific songs inside its model during training and reproducing parts of them in new outputs. The court rejected Germany's text and data mining exception as well as the US fair use defense, showing that legal questions about AI training data are still being decided case by case. High school students are increasingly turning to AI chatbots for help choosing classes, writing applications, and planning college visits instead of speaking with human counselors. The trend raises practical questions about how much personal guidance should come from a program versus a trained advisor who knows the student's full situation. And that is a wrap. If any of today's stories made you go, that's cool, go play with it. Curiosity is how every expert started. See you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at Nara Network. Links in the show notes. And before you go, this show is part of the Nara Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets, each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. First Principles Daily. Reasoning from raw materials, not analogy, on the breakthroughs that actually cut cost. Find every show free at naranetwork.com. The age of AI puts real builders on the phone with an AI host. Apply at naranetwork.com. Age of AI apply. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.